This episode is brought to you by Samsung. Moms help everyone be their most epic selves. So for Mother's Day, help mom be her most epic with Samsung Galaxy gifts, like a smartwatch with next-level fitness tracking, or the statement-making Galaxy Z Flip 5G that lets mom flex her style. This year, celebrate what makes mom epic with Samsung Galaxy.
Support for this podcast comes from today's military. You have a calling, we have an answer.
You want to have meaning in whatever you do, from improving your community to making the world a better place. You can find that fulfillment in today's military. You have a calling, we have an answer. Learn more at todaysmilitary.com.
Scarpins Avenue. Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-hosts Arm and Dan. Benders, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, calm down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population U.
Population Huebel.
Robert W. Huebel III. How are you, buddy?
Hey, guys, thanks for getting into the intro fast. You know,
We don't mess
around. I'm telling you, man. That's
one thing you asked for before we started.
You
this.
said no bullshit.
What did I say?
What did I say? I said no bullshit. Get to the intro ASAP.
We like to call it out.
Let him take a sip of his whatever he was sipping.
Can't take a sip. It's coming up. It's coming in hard. It's coming in fast.
Stories.
There's a lot of podcasts that
fuck around.
You know, they'll meander.
We're not gonna fumfer. No meandering.
Loosey-goosey. Get into it.
Boom,
Rob Huebel. The amount of times I've been on a
Yeah.
show and started to wonder if I was just asked to be in the audience.
Oh yeah.
Before they bring
We got a 30-minute intro, and then we're going to bring you in, but stay there and listen, okay?
We need you to hang out in the green room for the first 45 minutes.
Right.
You come back for like 3 minutes, then you're done. So let me ask you this, Rob. Do you believe, and we ask all of our guests this, and it's interesting to hear their responses. Do you think the world is getting dumber? Are we getting dumber like every day?
Dude, by the minute.
I think by the minute.
Yeah,
What
we are
is the
getting
cause of it?
So dumb. Is this a real question? Like at this point,
what's your thought? Literally want to know what you think.
We got plenty of silliness. You can get real
we got
now.
a big problem of dumb people.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them. I mean, you know, I really am not, I wouldn't call myself a smart person. You know,
Right.
I'll be honest about that. I've been very upfront with you guys about that.
Yeah, you have. You've oftentimes said press releases.
But
something tells me you're not the problem we're talking about here.
No, I think if you really drill down, there are people dumber than myself. Yeah, man, I think it's just, I mean, to be really serious, I think schools are getting worse and worse and worse. So that's by design. I think it's all really, I'm a believer that we're being made to be dumb. Like that's the goal at the top is to keep them dumb, keep them buying
control.
shit. Yeah.
Easier to control, easier to, look at this over here.
Look at
and then
this.
We're going to mess with this over here.
Buy this thing. Yeah.
And
But yeah, so it's a big thing. And I would say it's all about schools, you know.
Yeah, and education and pointing out. This is what we do on this podcast: is we find dumb behavior out there, and we don't just say, "Hey, that's dumb." We try and understand why.
Yeah.
Why
Get
did this
behind.
happen? What were the 10 decisions that led to this thing that happened at 3 p.m? What was the night of drinking that led to this thing that equaled right? So that's what we do in art. We get awesome stories sent to us by our fans. They send them to Daniel Van Kirk. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, it's just that I'm furious that I didn't think of this idea for a podcast. This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing in the world.
You're
right
perfect
here.
for this.
So when these stories pop up in your whatever,
Feed
like
or
as you're
whatever.
looking at something, you
I gotta send them to
gravitate.
you. I gotta email them.
Send them to Dan. Send them to us.
I'm
Dan
starting a
breaks
new
them down.
pod. I'm starting a pod called Stupid Guys.
No.
Come on
do
over,
it.
stupid
Stupid
guys.
pen pals.
Come on over to stupid guys.
Pals. Stupid pals. It's a combination of both. Well, so we gave him. So Dan gets them sent to us, and then we're just going to break down. Let's jump into a story. Right
ready?
away. We've got Rob Huebel here for Christ's sake.
This was sent
Let's
in
not waste him.
by a longtime fan of the show. This person has been around since before we even started. Sent in by Randy Sklar at Sklar
I don't know
Brothers.
that person. I don't know that person. So
He
I'll
sent
find
this to
stories,
me.
Rob, and I'll send them to Daniel.
He sent this to
Perfect.
me. Now, before I read you guys the headline, My thing is, if you are going to break the law, like if you're going to steal something,
Yep.
even if you rob a bank, it better be worth it. I don't. We had Dan Harmon on this show. Remember those people? The guy cut off his own arm.
Yes.
For like, I think it was like $26,000
Yes.
or $3,000. Maybe it was like, no, it was even worse. It might have been like $8,000.
What do you mean? He did it on like a dare?
Yes.
He thought he could say that it was an accident, and then they owed him. He just wanted $7,000 for what he said was this other person's fault. And we got into a big conversation like,
What was
the least amount of money you would lose an arm for? Like, what is the least amount of money you would lose an arm for? I think I was in like 2 million range or something, like maybe 10 million.
That's a lot. I mean, I'm getting sidetracked here, but I mean, there's also a certain category of things I would do just for internet fame. You know,
Well, of course.
No money, just no.
just a
viral,
viral, an actual viral video.
Just a trend. Yeah. So this person, I'm going to read you the headline. If you're going to break the law, why would this be what you did it for?
Let's hear it.
Man steals Little Caesars pizza and breadsticks, leading to high-speed chase. That's your bar,
dude.
That's your threshold for like, this is worth it.
The stealing of it is one thing.
Yeah.
Then it's I'm not going to get caught for this.
Right.
Yeah. And then it's really doubling down on like, now I'm in a bad situation. I've fled in my car. I got the law behind me.
Right.
Now I could get killed, you know.
So now I'm putting other people's lives in danger.
This is like when in a TV show when someone says something, you know, so when do you do, you know, to a not pregnant person, and then they start making it worse, and they keep going in, and they're just, I wasn't
I
saying.
have a friend who was pregnant, and the person says to her, she was pregnant, but the person goes, "Are you having twins?" And she goes, "No." And then the lady goes, "Triplets?"
Wow, you made it worse.
Why would you
made it worse?
Bigger.
And just keep going. Just
You're gonna have a whole litter.
Quintuplets.
That
Did
baby,
you use fertility
that baby
drugs?
was born over 11 pounds and currently like looks like a 3-month-old, and he's 2 weeks old.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Okay.
Triplet?
Yeah. Triplets?
So that is that person just going.
Digging
But
in.
Here's
Yeah.
my question. If you steal Little Caesars pizza and breadsticks, do you say you're not going to catch me, not going to catch me? Do you get
Yes.
to repeat everything because
Twice.
Little
Pizza.
Caesars?
Yes.
Right.
Also, don't you think with Little Caesars, if you walk in close enough to them closing, they'd probably give it to you.
You can get it.
For sure they would give it to you.
It's like
For
vaccine.
sure.
Even the cartoon character doesn't respect their pizzas. He's got them on a stick.
He's got them on a
Like,
spear. Yeah.
on a
He's
spear.
on they're flopping around. They're flopping around
spear.
at the end of a spear.
Their
yeah.
number one marketing for their food is hot and ready.
hot and ready.
That's
and
it.
two
Is
of
it
them.
good? Is it good?
Right.
Didn't they briefly? Am I misremembering? That may not be a word. Am I?
I think it is.
It is a word. It's
Was there
right.
a time where their pizza was shaped like a Yeti foot, a Bigfoot foot?
I don't know, but I wish.
That checks
I-
out
Googling
in
it.
my
I
heart.
think there was
in my
a
heart, that
time
checks
where
out.
they had
Look it up.
a Bigfoot shaped slice of
Yeah.
pizza that was like shaped like a giant. If they did not do that, I call the rights to that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
need.
have
I'm
it.
gonna open up.
Have it.
yeah, I
Bigfoot
gotta-
pizza.
Yeah.
Bigfoot
yeah,
pizza.
yeah, yeah.
Just try and catch our delivery people. You won't catch them.
Wait.
I think I saw a
here we go.
Bigfoot delivery.
The epic story of Bigfoot the Dominator and the 1990s giant pizza war.
Is this Pizza Hut?
I don't know. Little Caesars got things started with the big cheese pizza. I'm going through this story. Pizza Hut answered with the Bigfoot.
But it was just a big pizza. It wasn't like shaped.
It wasn't
like
the
a foot.
shape of a
No,
foot.
I think it was just a huge.
I love that
pizza.
you remember
Now,
this.
do you guys know in LA we have that Mama whatever pizza's place that is that it takes up the entire top of the car? You guys have seen
Yeah,
this.
so they've done. Yes, they do it for birthday parties, for
and
kids'
it
birthday
literally
parties.
it's a thing. It's a rack on the top of a car.
That's
It's-
some good pizza.
It is
You
the
know
size of a
that's
dining
good.
room table.
Right. And you open up the box, and then every kid gets their piece, and
Yes.
then that's the whole birthday party taken
Right.
care of.
Right.
It's
And
like a
you're-
20-foot sub for
Right.
like a
Great
party.
idea. It's
Right.
a
But doesn't
great idea.
doesn't it get very windy on the top of the like that pizza's
Yes.
coming in super cold, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No way.
Man, this pizza's really cold. I don't understand why.
Okay, here we go.
This pizza tastes like.
By the way, the Caesar, Little Caesar, like I don't remember, and we did study ancient Greece, but like, were there a lot of spears in ancient Greece?
That's ancient Rome.
I don't
Caesar,
know.
Or Caesar's
Yeah,
Rome, right?
Caesar's Rome.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Rome.
maybe they had spears. I don't know.
Yeah,
okay,
and
here
little
we're gonna dig
people. Were
into
there
this.
little people?
Yes.
Who knows? Who
Yes.
knows? We should look it up. We'll look
An
it up.
Orem, Utah man is facing a wide range of charges after police say he stole pizza and breadsticks from a Little Caesars restaurant. That is some liberty right there.
Calling it a restaurant is really.
I don't think you can eat.
Maybe
That's a
the most
stretch.
egregious thing that's
I'm going
happened.
to go on record as saying I would put my money down that there is no Little Caesars that has a dine-in option.
No, you can't dine in at a
There's
Little
probably
Caesars.
one in like Nebraska.
You pick it up and you go.
You go.
Yeah, I don't even think I've ever known anyone that worked at Little Caesars. Like, it feels like there's just a robot
I know people in
there.
high school who worked at Little
There was
Caesars.
a Little
Okay.
Caesars in the student union at the University of Michigan when we were there, and that's the only time I was
in
regularly
high school, Trevor
eating Little
Colmedina
Caesars.
drove through the front windows.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Trevor Cole Medina, is that
Yeah.
your friend's name?
Yes.
His
Yes.
last name is Cole Medina.
Yes, Trevor Colmedina. I know. It was big, funky.
No.
An Orem, Utah man is facing a wide array of charges after police say he stole pizza and breadsticks from Little Caesars restaurant, threatened to harm the manager when confronted, and then led police on a high-speed chase all over the city Wednesday.
This is where you just like take it. Take
Right.
it.
Let
Like,
him go.
We have, like, I'm sure that, like, in Little Caesars' daily thing, they're like, make a couple of pizzas that if someone wants to steal,
Right.
just let them.
Make a couple pizzas and throw them away just to get the oven going.
Those are just decoys. Just
Yeah.
decoy pieces.
Right.
Also, where is Orem, Utah? Like, that was not,
No idea.
there's not
Orem,
a big
Utah.
city there.
No idea.
No,
I mean,
it's, did they
you
try to
watch
go to
the-
Ogden and they
Did
couldn't?
you watch the thing on Netflix about the
Murder Among the
Murder
Mormons?
Among the
Yeah,
Mormons?
you know what? I watched the first one, and then my wife said there's too many white people in this movie, so we had to turn it off.
Oh wow! For
And
a diversity
I agreed,
situation,
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
no
That
diversity.
makes
It was
sense.
it was
the document world, the Mormon document world to me is like
they're like,
the
I
most-
mean, this guy's like James Bond, and then you look at him and you're like, is he? Is he like
people that are listening to this that don't know this movie may be confused, but it is worth watching because, like,
yeah.
to who knew that there was so much money in finding the ancient scrolls of
the
my God.
document
And
world,
they
man.
ain't that ancient for this. For
no,
this
it's like
religion.
100. It's like 100
200
years
years,
old, right?
200
And the
years.
fact that Gary Oldman put on the Winston Churchill makeup again to play that guy's friend was
Well,
phenomenal.
no, he had one moment in there that Dan, I said, is like the 11-minute mark when that guy, I don't know why he lost his voice.
He lost his vocal cords.
I have no idea why he lost his voice. He talked before, and then he had that one moment where he's like, this guy was unbelievable. He was like Michael Jordan and Ryan Sandberg and some other Chicago guy. I was
I
like,
know.
Ryan Sandberg.
I know,
Like,
the
nobody
Ryan-
has ever said Michael.
You know, like Michael Jordan and
he
Ryan
said this,
Sandberg.
Michael Jordan, Ryan Sandberg, and Brett Favre all rolled up in one. I'm like, so he's like a fucking weird Republican dude who
does,
wears,
like, Wranglers
Well, I
commercial?
first thought he wanted to just name players who wore 23. That's all.
I thought he
going
was.
for.
I thought he was getting emotional for the first like 3 clips of that guy going. I want to tell you something about when as a Mormon, I can tell you. And my wife was like, he's not emotional.
My favorite
Yeah,
part
that's
is
like
vocal.
he's like, yes, that's a thing.
My favorite part is when he goes this. He negs himself. He goes, don't make me do that. I don't want him to be a hero. And he pauses for a second and he goes, but he was the best at what everybody's ever done at anything in their life. He was the best one ever.
This is not. I don't know if we're allowed to make fun of this man. I'm not sure. We'll Google it.
We'll Google it.
I'm googling it right now.
Okay.
Wait,
We
but the fact that he said Michael Jordan and Ryan Sandberg
Sandberg
I
is
and
know.
Brett Favre.
I forgot to text
You know
him
the
about
big
that.
3: Michael Jordan, Ryan Sandberg, and Brett Favre.
He had a love
you
of
know,
90s.
he was like
Midwestern
LeBron
athletes.
James. He was like LeBron James, Tommy Herr, and Jim Hart. Literally the biggest names in all of sports.
Don the Magic Man Mankowski. Okay, let's keep going. According to police statements, this guy's name.
I told my wives, get back in the kitchen.
This pocket watch doesn't even work. Okay,
Why are we sitting in a real church?
according to police statements, Richard Pratt Heelbutt, which means his name is Dick Heelbutt, which sounds
No.
like a karate instruction. Dick Heelbutt.
Dick, heel, butt.
This is your way you can
Face up
self-defense.
the
dick.
If someone
Give him a
grabs
heel.
you from behind in an alley.
Richard
Yeah.
Pratt
Yeah.
Heelbutt.
I got kicked in the heel butt. He got me square in the heel butt.
RPH.
With his dick.
He ordered food at the Little Caesars at 74 South State Street and became angry that he had to wait because the store was very busy with a line out the door. People in Orem, Utah love
their Little Caesars.
Wow. And also, how long do you... I guess when they're hot and ready, if they're not ready.
But also, like, who is like so much, I got to pick this pizza up.
Right. I'm going to go there and I'm going to order it there and then I'm going to wait for them to make it.
Everybody I've ever met is like, let's order a pizza. They'll deliver it.
Yes.
or at worst, I'm going to call... Ask them how long they think it's going to be.
Pick it up
I'm
going
to show up 5 minutes after that just to be sure that it's waiting for me.
I mean, in his defense, maybe Orem doesn't have a lot of restaurants.
That's
and,
true.
That's true. Maybe they were slammed and they weren't picking up the phone. And he said, "I got to."
So he's standing in line out the door, pissed off. Also, I've never seen a huge Little Caesars, so line out the door means 4 people.
Right.
Maybe.
First 3 are inside, then distancing, and then
after a few minutes, how fast did he expect to get his hot and ready?
You want to talk about hot and ready? This guy is hot and ready.
This guy
hot and ready to roll.
After a few minutes, heel butt walked behind the counter, grabbed 2 pepperoni pizzas.
Excuse me,
and 2
Dick Heelbutt. Dick Heelbutt, moving through here. Dick Heelbutt. Excuse me.
Coming
Move
through.
aside.
He grabbed them all, pepperoni pizzas, 2
I'll take
sticks,
these and that.
and left the store saying, "quote I'm helping myself." He's had enough.
But to no one said that.
But this
To
is
nobody.
I think this is part of a larger issue in our society, which are if you don't like the rules right now,
Right.
there's a movement in this country, and you want to attribute it to Trump, you can give it straight to the man.
Correct.
I don't like the rules, so you know what? They don't apply to me.
They don't apply.
Everybody's become the daughter from Willy Wonka. I want to know.
I can also say Veruca Salt.
Yeah,
but Daddy,
Veruca.
I want a Noopa Loompa now.
I want a Little Caesar pizza now, Daddy.
What were you going to say, Rob?
I can tell you. I don't know when this happened. Do we know? Was it recently? Was it during
it's
the
recent.
pandemic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very recent.
So I will say that I have personally lost all ability to be polite, to interact appropriately. Like yesterday, I was driving and someone was going too slow, so I didn't get through the light, and I flipped my shit. I went crazy to the point where I was by myself. Like my child was not with me. My wife was not, but I scared myself.
Yeah,
I was like,
but you did that.
I screamed at this person like, "You motherfucker! You don't know how to drive." And then I was like, wow, I have not been around people. I don't know how to interact.
I love that you're giving this guy a little bit of a
that's
pass.
like shooting it into the ground. Like you did that so your kid and your wife wouldn't see you doing that. So you didn't accidentally do that into them. Like you did it to nobody, just so you were around.
This guy
didn't realize.
Excuse me.
I'm helping myself. I hope at Little Caesars, if you walk behind that counter, technically you now work here.
That's
Like
right.
they're like, take
For
these other orders
sure.
with you. They're like,
For
these
sure.
have to go to Ogden.
To West
clock
49th
in.
Street.
That's what I clock
West
in.
Valley.
Yeah.
And how
Okay.
much, can I ask, do we know how much a pizza costs? I'm sure there are
you
different
made me
deals and
guess,
stuff, but
2 pizzas and 2 breadsticks
Look it
is
up.
probably.
I'm going to look at Jay. Look it up.
I think there's
I
like a
bet you
deal
it's
for
less than
$9.99.
$12.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's like $9.99.
$9.99 for pizza, 2 pizzas,
2 medium pepperonis and 2
you get-
breadsticks.
and 2 breadsticks.
So did they catch him, or we're building
Well,
up
here's
to
what
that?
happens.
Oh boy,
The
He got caught in
cashier-
a he stepped into a bear trap.
Oh yeah.
The cashier told her manager, who confronted Heelbutt outside the store. Now listen, as
At
much
this point-
as much as he wants Little Caesars, I want this other guy to understand, not worth it.
No.
You do. Once it's out the store,
Take
it
down
is
his
out.
license plate number,
Yeah,
let
write
the
it
cops
off.
handle it.
Write
Don't
it
get
off.
stabbed. Do not
Right.
get
Not
stabbed.
get- I know.
Over Little Caesars.
They have $6.49 for a pizza.
Yes.
That's $10.99 meal
For a
deal.
meal deal. What does it? Wait, what does it say on that meal deal?
Meal deal? You get
Pizza
thin
in a
crust.
blender. They
it says
they
right
blend
here.
it up and they pour it into a
Yeah,
cup.
crazy combo and a 2-liter Pepsi. Crazy combo may be the crazy.
And I
bread.
think for $10.49 you can get vaccinated at Little Caesars. Is that weird?
no,
Is that
sterilized. They say you can get sterilized for
That's a different
$10.99.
thing. That's it.
So the cashier told the manager, who was like, just so you know, this happened. Then like Mr. Caesars, the manager, he wants to go outside, and he confronted Heelbutt outside the store in the parking lot, Little Caesars parking lot. You don't want you move through that chapter of your life. You do not stay there.
Go.
About the food that he took. During this time, the terrified cashier locked herself in the bathroom and called 911.
Yeah, you do.
She's the only person who's doing the right thing. I think she
Why
might
was
be
she
a little
terrified? She was terrified because Heelbutt was so
unhinged.
Inappropriate. I would be like, yeah,
At
he's
least
bringing
she's
a gun
smart
in.
enough to not go outside.
I'm like, he's bringing a gun in.
Well,
That's what I
for
would assume.
sure. Yeah.
The Heelbutt then started screaming at the manager. The manager told Heelbutt that she would call the police if he kept threatening her. Once Heelbutt heard her mention police, he immediately took off. What did he think was going to happen?
I know.
You're going to really bring the cops into a Little Caesars dispute. Like, can't this be settled here
this
on
guy
property?
just keeps escalating it
Right.
and escalating it.
He took off in a perfect, I imagine, mint 2016 silver Chevrolet Malibu.
Yeah,
Always.
that's right.
It says-
Always.
it
It's
says-
always a Chevy Malibu.
It says
Every
in the
Amber
article.
Alert. Every Amber Alert.
Yes.
has
Chevy
a
Malibu.
Chevy,
Or a-
silver Chevy
Yep,
Malibu.
or an
Big
S10.
trunk.
What do you when you go to buy that car? Do you say, "Give me the only car that's available for rentals when everything else is out at a Hertz
Yeah.
Rent-A-Car"?
Yeah.
What do you
Give me-
have? What do you have in one of those?
Give me the car I'll forget I own.
Yes.
What kind of car do you have? I don't know.
I can't remember. I'm just going to
Honey,
start.
is it a Cruise?
What
no,
do we
it's
have?
not a Cruise.
Do we have a Hyundai?
Right.
a cruise?
If I lose it in a parking lot, it doesn't matter.
Right.
doesn't matter.
I'm
gone.
convinced that all Chevy Malibu keys open every other Chevy Malibu.
I think you're
that,
right.
That should
Yeah.
happen. Like Chevy Malibu should be this underground
Like a city
zip,
bike.
like a zip car.
A zip
Yeah.
car, yeah.
You get to a Costco. If you get to it, it's yours. Just take it.
Take it like a
Absolutely.
bird. They're like big bird scooters.
Big bird scooters.
Okay. He took off in the Chevrolet Malibu. It says here in the article, which belongs to his father. You didn't need to do him like that. Heelbutt didn't need that.
That's a cheap shot.
That's
I mean.
a dirty shot.
Cheap shot.
The manager went back inside the store and locked the doors. Heelbutt's already gone.
He's out.
Guys, Heelbutt was also seen screaming at
The
customers.
the more you say Heelbutt, the better the story is.
Oh my God. Heelbutt is.
Heelbutt was also seen screaming at customers in the parking lot before taking off. He's mad at everybody.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Get out of his way.
Heelbutt, there is on the serious side of this, there is a serious mental illness. And stress situation that we are all.
I
gonna
always
be dealing
I
with.
always veer for that stuff. If they say that, it doesn't end up in here. As
But
far as we
this
know,
is-
he just was sick of lines.
He's heel
at
butt for
Little
the grace
Caesars.
of God.
Yes. There you go.
There we are.
There you are.
Put it on the big board.
Put it on the board.
A while later, an Orem police officer was heading west, noticed Heelbutt's car pass by, heading
fire.
east at 800 South. Yeah. He's just enjoying it.
Pizza
Which marked,
box on
which
top.
marked the first time anyone in history has noticed a Chevy Malibu.
That's right.
The
I just
officer-
noticed it.
Was trying. I love this detail. The officer was trying to make out the car's license plate number to make sure it matched the plates of the car Heelbutt was driving. But because Heelbutt was driving so fast, he couldn't make out the last two characters. The first three characters, however, did match up with Heelbutt's plates. How fast are you going in town as a cop, not pulling this guy over, trying to read his license plate number? It's Heelbutt.
Also, like, if there's a car, like, you can make that mistake and pull that guy over.
Right.
If
Yeah,
it's the
for
wrong
sure.
guy, if it's
In
the wrong
Orem,
guy,
Utah, yeah.
you let him go.
And
The
also,
officer-
Heelbutt has personalized plates that say Heelbutt.
That's right.
100%. The officer flipped around and followed. Well, they're his dad's plates, so it's an apple tree.
Mr.
thing.
Heelbutt, that's my
My
father.
father.
Yeah. The officer flipped around and followed Heelbutt's Malibu, which was driving as fast as 70 miles per hour on State Street, into the parking lot of the University Mall. The officer turned on the vehicle's lights and sirens and began chasing Heelbutt, who proceeded to speed through the parking lot before jumping a curb as he continued to flee towards State Street. The chase continued along State Street
This is over breadsticks.
until the officer turned off the lights and sirens because it was too dangerous to keep following Heelbutt at that rate of speed.
I mean, we're
agree.
talking about breadsticks.
All right. Also, it's Orem. Like,
talking about
you
breadsticks.
can go find them tomorrow.
Right.
Just as that officer lost sight of the Malibu, another officer saw Heelbutt speeding by while giving the officer the middle finger.
Don't
Now-
do it, Heelbutt.
Heelbutt just going
That's
by.
rude.
Got
Now
him.
he's
Cops
escalating.
love that.
Yep.
Cops
Yeah.
love that.
Because
They
of the
love
speeds. Because of the speeds Heelbutt was traveling, all officers stopped chasing him. A few hours later, 2:19 a.m. This was all because he didn't want to wait in line at Little
That's it.
Caesars.
I know.
An officer again spotted Heelbutt in the Malibu at the intersection of Main Street. The odd officer said, as the Malibu drove past me, I clearly saw the driver of the vehicle and positively identified him as Richard P. Heelbutt. Heelbutt then fled
The P is for
from
penis.
me. Fled me. I mean, Dick Penis Heelbutt.
Dick Penis Heelbutt.
Dick
would
Penis
be
Heelbutt.
great.
Dick penis heel, but sounds
like-
like 4 words you would use in Mad Libs when you just like
Or it
learn
is
how to
like
do
the
Mad Libs.
X-rated version of head, shoulder, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Or Eat, Pray, Love, like the porno.
It sounds
version
like
of
a
Eat, Pray, Love.
character you guys would have done on Human Giant, where he's trying to do an ad for himself, and they're making him blur out his own name, and he's very mad about
I'm
it.
Dick Heelbutt.
Right.
When I was little, I was obsessed with that old football player, Dick Butkus. I just thought that was
Yes.
the funniest name. Like, I would
Ridiculous.
laugh.
Oh,
Me and my
same.
brothers would just laugh for hours at Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus.
Butkus.
was like the Ryan Sandberg
Don't you? Don't you?
Now, what are the odds that Dick Heelbutt, he definitely ate the pizza while
Yes.
being
While being
pursued.
chased,
While
yeah.
being
just-
chased.
And nearly choked on it, like
Which to
shoving
him,
it.
which to him makes it feel like he didn't steal anything, because where is it?
Right.
There's
Where
no
is it?
evidence.
You can't prove it.
Prove
Right.
it.
Prove it.
It's
Empty
not
box
here.
is still in the car. Prove it.
Eventually, an officer was able to stop and arrest Heelbutt after he ran into the Malibu. They went hardcore. Police say during their search of the Malibu, they did find drugs. When police asked why he tried to flee, Heelbutt said he was so upset with how police treated him during an incident at his parents' house when police were called a week or two prior,
Yep.
and decided to flee from the police in an attempt to get arrested. None of that makes sense. We're going to get out of here on this.
It makes about as much sense as ordering breadsticks from Little Caesars.
I gotta say, the reporting, whoever the reporter is, I mean,
Also
A plus.
Oh,
you like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
loves it.
I mean, unless this is all, it sounds like they were really chasing down this
Yes.
story.
Oh yeah,
you
this
know?
story is.
No, but
for
it
sure.
sounds
To
like
get the
the
scoops.
reporter is like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened.
Right. But in Orem, this is the Heelbutt saga.
It's like Bruce
Yeah.
McCullough and
Yeah.
Kids in the Hall. And then there was a reporter who smoked
All right, we'll get out of here on this. How old is Dick
Heelbutt.
P. Heelbutt? And the P stands for Pratt.
All right.
Richard Pratt
Hughes,
Heelbutt.
You get to
You
figure
are a
this
guest.
out.
I know. I already know it. I already know it.
How
in
old
my,
is he?
In my bones, he's 16. He's got to be.
16 years old.
Little Dickie Heelbutt, 16. Jay, what do you
I
think?
think he's 40.
I think he's 61.
Hey, Judd,
60
hey, Judd
Whoa.
Apatow, this is 40.
I think he's
This is
61.
40.
In
This
Randy's
guy.
world, his dad is 86 and pissed off.
Yeah, lives at his dad's house.
Yeah. Okay, what did you say?
61.
16, 40, and 16.
He's
Okay, Jason says
61.
40.
He's 16 going on 61. See, we reversed it.
This will end story one here. Richard P.
Heelbutt.
is 30 years old.
Oh, I got him.
You got him.
I got him
You
by,
got him
4 years.
There you
Look
go.
at
All
that.
right, that's a first story down in the books. Rob Huebel is with us. We got more Dumb People Town. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Townies, if mental health is part of your self-care plan this year, and it should be, you owe it yourself to try Headspace.
That's right. Headspace is your daily dose of mindfulness in the form of guided meditations in an easy-to-use app, and it is one of the only meditation apps advancing the field of mindfulness and meditation through clinically validated research.
Yep. Just 30 days of Headspace lowers stress by 32%, and just 4 sessions can reduce burnout by 14%.
So here's the thing. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people when they want to approach mindfulness and a mindfulness practice, they're like, I don't have 30 minutes to just sit there and be.
That's me.
I can't do it for 45 minutes. They have shorter guided meditations. They make it easy for you. It's like the most welcoming way to enter into this
So
thing that
here's
is
when
self-care.
I use it. I do it right in the morning, right before I start my day, to just start me off on a good spot. If I can't sleep and my mind is racing, I
Yes.
use it at that point.
Yes.
And to wind down at the end of a day, especially after you've like exercised or something, it just puts you in a great space.
It's great for kids too. They can even do it before or after school or at night. Again, like Randy said, if they can't go to sleep. Headspace is backed by 25 published studies on its benefits. The 600,000 5-star reviews and over 60 million downloads should tell
And
you.
we're 3 more people who love it, so you can trust us. You deserve to feel happier, and Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/DPT.
That's headspace.com/DPT for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation.
Go to headspace.com/DPT today and you will keep going back.
Hey, Townies, paying off debt can often feel like an uphill battle. Upstart can lift that weight off your shoulders so that you can finally feel free of... Sorry, let me take this again.
Sure.
Hey, Townies, paying off debt can often feel like an uphill battle. Upstart can lift that weight off your shoulders so that you can finally feel the relief of being free of credit card debt.
Such a big thing. Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan all online.
Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple fixed monthly payment.
And unlike other lenders, Upstart looks at more than just your credit score, like your income and employment history. This means they can offer smarter rates with trusted partners.
With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front for loans between $1,000 to $50,000, and you can receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. That's
awesome.
amazing.
All right, find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/DPT.
Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application.
That's upstart.com/DPT.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We want to remind people, when is this dropping? Soonish.
Yeah.
So we got another live Dumb People Town on May 22nd.
We announced it. The Doughboys are our guest, and I
fucking
believe he said yes, he was going to do it. Chris Thiele from Nickel Creek is going to be playing music. It's eventbrite.com. Get your tickets for that. That is a blast, and it will be really fun. May 22nd, 6:30 p.m., eventbrite.com. Huebel, what's going on, brother?
Prior to the pandemic, were you guys going on the road and doing...
We were about to.
Yeah.
We were 2 weeks away from...
We had 6 dates booked in theaters around the country to do this show live, and then all of them got wiped
with
out.
a whole bunch more coming,
So it's been hard.
You'll be back, guys. You'll be
We'll
back.
be back, but
the Nowhere Comedy Club has been a blast because we get people from New Zealand and Ireland and
That's
parts
awesome,
of this country that
and great friends of ours that aren't here, and we're like, Ham, you're in Michigan shooting a movie. Just get on Zoom for an hour and a half.
For sure.
It's been fun. That part of it has been great, and we love doing them. And I don't know how much longer we're going to be doing these like this. So we say get on and enjoy them.
Won't it be mind blowing to perform in front of a live crowd, like walking out and seeing faces of humans and
you got. I can't wait too. That's going to be a blast. I do miss that electric sort of give and take. The audience and you. There is this there's you, there's the audience, and then there's the unspoken thing between you. And on any given night, it's just so fun to kind of read that energy and play with it. I look forward to that big time. What else is going on with you, my friend?
Twitch show. Talk about the Twitch show.
And some other stuff.
We just had the Doughboys were on. Myself and Paul Scheer do a show on Twitch every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's just us dicking around, literally,
Love it.
just fucking around, and it's so fun and so dumb, and we are not smart like you guys. We don't know how to make money off of anything. Like we just it's so we don't even I don't even attempt it. But yeah, we just had the Doughboys on, and Seth Rogen was on. Jason Schwartzman is coming on pretty soon, and just these are all dudes, by the way. There's lots of ladies also.
Sure. We know it.
So super
how can
fun.
people follow it? What's it called, and how can people just?
Great question. If you just go. Twitch is like fucking YouTube. You just go to twitch.tv
and search Huebel or search
Paul has named it Friend Zone. So twitch.tv/Friend Zone.
Awesome.
Love it.
And
and
yes,
we'll come on. Thanks for inviting us.
Please come on. Please come on.
All three of us.
Wait.
Are you guys ready for a second story?
Yes, it has to be about a dumb person.
Yes, it will be.
Got it.
It will be.
Two of them.
Good.
Two dumb people.
We got two for
Second
you.
story, two
You
dumb
want
people.
one? You
This
got
was
two.
sent in by Benjamin at Benjamin G. Main. Okay, here we go.
Benji Main.
Yeah, exactly. Benjamin G. Main. Thanks, Ben, for sending this in. Here's the headline, guys. Couple suffer third-degree burns after trying to spice things up in the bedroom.
He's got a little hot in the bedroom.
That is wild.
That's why you don't put tomatillo sauce on your dick heel butt.
Okay.
There are, I would say 50% of the people listening do not know who you're imitating.
Oh, they do by now. These two, it's a running
How
bet.
quickly we can
How quickly we can get to Carson.
Ed sat in Tabasco for a week.
I was watching. That's so weird. I was watching Johnny, like early Johnny Carson in like the early '60s on YouTube last night.
Yes.
Just curious to see like what was he like at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And he was the same. He was exactly what you're
So
doing.
comfortable.
It's so comfortable.
So relaxed.
This is weird. Weird, wild.
So, all right, ready for this?
So third degree burns. That's
Third
crazy.
degree burns.
Yes. A daring couple has revealed that they ended up in the
Is
hospital.
daring the word you would use?
Daring is a nice way.
I have
to
another
put it.
D word I would use for him.
Daring couple has revealed that they ended up in the hospital after trying to spice things up in the bedroom with food. Josie and Michael have been a couple for a while, and they recently explained that they were quite adventurous in their sex life, but things once went horribly wrong. Speaking on an episode of TLC's Sex Sent Me to the ER. Have you ever seen this show?
No.
No.
I know of another story
No.
from that show that I almost sent you.
Really?
Yes.
Sex sent me to the
It's
ER.
the dumbest
It's
slash
so-
most hilarious
Dan, I've
show.
got. Have
you ever seen-
Guys, they do reenactments. They almost always get actors for the like victims or the patients, but they tend to use the real doctors
yeah.
in the reenactments.
That's
Do
great.
they
'cause
get? Do they get celebrity reenactors?
Oh my
like
God, that would
they
be
should
so
I
get,
want to
like,
see Huebel just pop up on it.
I would do it. I
Wouldn't
mean,
you
I'm not a
just do
celebrity,
one?
but I
Just do
would.
one
I would
and not
totally
tell
do
anyone
it.
and not tell anyone.
I
like
would
when
totally
Zach was
do
in
it.
the audience at Ellen.
Like, wait,
Just don't tell anybody.
Hang on a second. Was that Huebel in Sex Sent Me to the ER? What's he doing? I mean,
I
he was
would
good. First of all, he was
totally do it.
amazing.
He was really good,
I can't
but
believe he.
why is he?
Why
So
did
in
he-
this one-
why did he swallow that?
The people,
I don't ever ask why did anybody do anything.
the
anymore.
couple actually
No.
did the reenactment in this one.
No.
Yes.
Okay, here we
What
go.
was it? What was
Take
it?
two.
Speaking-
everyone back to one.
So my wife and I just a small detour. My wife and I in the last day, like 2 days ago, we just watched a ton of Dateline.
Oh, that's all. That's all we
Yeah.
watched.
Dateline.
You can
Dateline.
jump in anywhere.
Anywhere, and it's
Yeah.
just insane. And then last night we're like, let's get really old and let's watch 60 Minutes. So last night we got so old and we watched 60 Minutes, and there was one story on 60 Minutes about the real life Lord of the Flies. This group of
those
Tongan kids who stole a boat. They were at boarding school and they stole a boat and went 100 miles away from their island and got shipwrecked for 15 months. 15 months they lived. So you were talking about
and very peacefully. Like they actually said there was no like horror. Really.
Right.
Like,
it was not Lord of the Flies because they worked together. And so it's like a fascinating story. But the craziest thing is that an Australian film crew in like 1960, I want to say, or whatever, it was whenever this happened, 66 or something like that, made them go back and reenact everything they did.
To show them, yeah. So
Imagine
here-
you're like you're traumatized because you stayed on this island and they're like, "Yeah, we didn't get that shot. Can you go over there and rip the fish's
Hey,
head off
mate.
again? Hey, mate, hey, what's the line over there?" And it's like, "Can you just rip that fish head off?" And it's
Can you
like,
stop crying, mate?
these poor kids, like it was just insane the amount of stuff that they put them
wild.
through. But
Make
thankful
it-
for us, we got all this footage of them from the time. Yeah,
That's
insane.
crazy.
So that was a crazy reenact. You talk about crazy reenactment.
All right, so these guys
yes.
reenacted their sexcapade.
They spoke to TLC Sex Sent Me to the ER, and the couple recalled an awkward incident that involved melting a giant gummy bear into liquid. Yes.
putting it on your nipples.
The couple had played with the candle wax in the past, so they were excited to bring hot food into the bedroom. Michael then revealed that he poured molten sugar on his partner's chest.
Oh my God.
People need to understand things retain heat at different levels. Like
Yeah.
the chemicals that you're using are not like wax is
Cools
cold like
quickly, yeah.
that.
Wax gets
Didn't know
cold.
this. I didn't know this.
Now
This
you
is
know.
great. This is great
Gum-
info.
Gummy bears are chemically based.
Yes.
Like if you want something to
Right.
look like the shape of a bear and hold it shaped, like there's something in
In
it
that,
that you can't
yeah.
light on fire.
Those aren't natural. Those are- is that what you're saying?
No,
Exactly.
not a lot of organic.
You don't see a lot of
By the way, I
Gummy bears.
want to reiterate that TLC stands for the Learning Channel.
Remember?
Okay.
Well, remember
We haven't
A&E
even
was arts and
We
entertainment.
haven't even gotten to what happened. They poured a molten
Mold
gummy
yes.
bears.
Gummy bear all over
All
his
over-
partner's
all over her chest.
Yes. Quote,
And
it was
he or she got third degree.
burnt.
Josie said, quote, it was hot. In my head, I'm comparing it to things like candle wax, and I'm like, it's going to instantly start cooling down. She then added, quote, my chest was on fire. Unfortunately for the couple, the boiling hot gummy sweet was not cooling down, and in an attempt to ease the situation,
He poured water on it.
Michael tried to lick the substance off. It's
What?
burning
It's
hot.
burning hot.
These two geniuses.
These guys.
However, Michael was left reeling in agony and horror after Josie's... Okay, I should put a disclaimer here. This is a little gross.
Let's hear it.
So he's trying to lick melted gummy worm off her chest.
And he's still trying to stay hard.
Yeah.
Of course he's trying to stay hard.
Trying to stay hard.
You know what he's there to do.
Michael was left reeling in agony and then horror after Josie's skin began to peel off. And he burned his mouth. I wish everyone could see Rob.
Oh,
He
God.
can't. So
This is like cabin fever, where she's like shaving her legs and the skin starts to like.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yep.
Idiots.
By
Honey, I'm
the
on
way-
fire. Help me. Well, let
by
me
the way,
lick that fire off.
This
gonna
is
taste anything for you.
terrible. This is terrible. I would argue that you don't have to own up to this at the ER. You can say something else happened.
We were. She
Or
had a
on
bowl. We had
TLC.
melted these. We were going to make them into a different shape. Once they cooled, she tripped with a bowl of it, and it fell all over her. I can't explain why. I'm
If
erect.
you're these guys, and I'm
Right.
assuming they're not on TV a lot, like Rob, when
No.
you were on, like I'm sure when you did your wonderful run on Transparent, you told the people that you loved, hey, I'm in this really great show on
Sure.
Amazon called Transparent, and I get to play this really cool role, and
Right.
I'm really proud of my acting in this thing, and it was a great show, and it's really cool. Do these people tell people that they were
Did they
on
send
this
an
show?
email?
For
Did they
sure.
send an
They
email?
do.
Sure.
You think they
Yes.
do?
Look, no
I think
pressure.
so, yeah.
We're hoping to get big numbers. Watch
Yeah,
it if
I
you can
think
watch it. If you
I
can't
think
watch it, just leave your
doesn't
TV
matter.
on.
I think if they're healed up and now they're fine,
Yeah.
it's like,
I
guys.
think if they're healed butt.
Okay, you ready to see a
Folks,
picture of the two of them? This is
Yes.
the two of them. We're going to show you the picture right now. Reenacting.
No, this is a
my
podcast,
God.
but
Jeez.
wow.
All this will be on social media and the Facebook page. Jump over there to make sure you don't miss
Our-
it.
This is
Maybe the biggest tragedy of all are those pillows. They're
I love her little night chamois.
it's a lime green.
It's a 90s lion.
that was a lot. That's a bowl full of gummy bears.
That is a
That was-
ladle.
This is their reenactment of it.
Let's heat up the gummy bear. I mean, they heated up so many gummy bears.
I don't understand. This is probably too personal. I don't understand. And you guys are right. I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum or whatever.
right,
but
sure.
I personally don't get food in the bedroom. Like, to me, it just seems like
Too messy.
you're going to get an infection, or there's going to be,
That's
you
right.
know,
You're going to get third degree burns. You're going to lick your partner's skin off. Things can
Yeah.
go
Things
wrong.
can go sideways very quickly. I mean,
So,
geez, Louise.
the horrified couple rushed to the emergency room, where they later discovered that Josie had suffered third-degree burns because of
How many
their-
degrees are there? Is
three.
that the worst?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 is the worst.
So so it goes higher, it gets worse, but when
First
it's
degree
when
murder.
it's murder,
Murder
it's
is
lower
the
is
other
worse.
way.
First degree murder,
See,
you don't want. Third degree murder is
You're
okay.
like, I'll take a third degree
Right.
murder and a first degree burn, and I'm good.
Right.
These are great tips. This is why I
But
listen to the podcast.
manslaughter sounds worse than murder
Right.
and is not as bad.
better.
Manslaughter's way better. Manslaughter's like, whoops.
And it's got slaughter.
Whoopsie
in the
daisy.
name.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops to death.
Slaughter.
While they were in the medical room, a doctor explained to the couple how dangerous it was to use scalding hot sugar and explained that it is very difficult to remove from skin because it continues to burn. That's how the chemical
That's
reacts.
right. It just keeps burning.
Quote,
Unlike the love they have for each other.
burns are relatively, I don't know, I think they're hot and
They're
heavy.
still into each other.
They're hot and ready. Burns are relatively common in the ER. They're relatively uncommon, self-inflicted like this, said Dr. Jordan Moskoff. Sounds like a villain.
Yep.
Quote, I've never seen someone purposely burn themselves with molten gummy candy.
Well, you've never been to these people.
Look at this other reenactment. You're going to see a background actor that wants to be a part of the show. Ready?
that woman.
Yeah, that woman,
filming something?
that woman on the right.
Woman on the right's like, I'm getting in this come hell or high water.
Ma'am, you cannot sit up. You have
Right.
just
I
had a
gotta-
hysterectomy. You cannot sit up like that.
It's a
I want to
reenactment.
be on TV.
Our lead actress, I gotta say, is kind of phoning it in. Her expression is sort of like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. She's very,
I'd be like,
this hurts. And look at this guy.
Have you ever in your lifetime been friends with a real ER doctor and plied them for stories?
Yes.
It's amazing. They always have some story about something in someone's butt.
And because the craziest stories are the things people do to themselves.
Put in their own
Yes.
butts.
I sat on 12. I pulled out 12 Christmas ornaments.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what people say. The people say I slipped and fell in this Matchbox car, went up my booty.
Yeah, you didn't slip and fall. In that.
Following,
I believe the guy from the staircase more than I believe that you slipped and fell on.
Following the nasty incident, it took several months before Josie's wounds healed over and turned into a scar. I mean, you'll have that forever, just like your love. Reflecting upon the mortifying experience, the couple pointed out that what they took from the situation is a new awareness to research the things they bring into the bedroom. No shit. Quote, for both of us, it really was humbling to say the least, Michael added. We do make sure to do a bit more thorough research into our endeavors. Josie and Michael are not the only couple to have had an unfortunate incident in the bedroom.
There's a whole show about it.
Elsewhere in the shocking series, one unlucky lover got a particularly body part stuck in a door while another lady accidentally got an electric shock. I don't know what that means.
Dan, I have another one from that show that I was going to send you.
We'll send it to
Okay,
you.
we're going to get out of here on this for fun. You know what they wanted to do in the bedroom.
That's right.
You know the love that he's willing to lick the skin off of her. How long have Josie and Michael been a couple? At what point in their relationship did they decide to start pouring molten sugar on each other?
And at which Dave and Buster's did they meet, Rob? Go ahead.
I love Dave and Buster's.
They met at the Dave and Buster's they met at the Dave and Buster's in Orem, Utah. I think for them, look, to bring food into the bedroom, I think you've been together for a while.
Right.
I don't think this is a new relationship. I feel like into really give it this amount of thought. I think you're pretty bored with each other. I would say they've been together like at least 10 years.
Wow.
Jay, what do you
I was going to go high
Jason?
like 12 years.
12 years.
I think they're still trying things out. So I think so it could either be in the we're bored and we need to spice it up, or let's keep trying as I want to see all the things we can do. So I think 2.5 years.
2.5 years? Okay.
He says 10.
That's my favorite Charlie Sheen show.
2.5 years.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Great show.
Great
show.
I mean, just really tough.
Holds up. Totally holds up.
Holds up. And studio audience allows him to be so subtle. So, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Holds up.
Josie and Michael have been a couple. Then we're going to get out of here. We're going to come back. If you're a Patreon member, you're in luck because we're going to do a little what have you been up to and talk about fun stuff with Rob. And then we do our third story. Sign up for the Patreon if you want to know good stuff. But I'll tell you that Josie and Michael have been a couple for 3 years.
Randy!
Well done, Randy.
This is on the edge. This could go either way.
Not a good sign.
I mean, think of all the stages they've been through. They've been through dressing up in different outfits. They've been through, spanking and choking.
Yeah, let
and
someone watch.
They've definitely been through spanking.
Yeah.
She said, I want to be a woman in the streets and a Halloween treat in the sheets. And there we go. And that's how we did it. All right,
Dan, give us a tease on story 3. What do we got?
I will. We've got a Guinness World Record.
Oh, I
can't
love
wait.
that. I love that. Rob Huebel is with us. We'll be back with more Dumb People Town. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
All right, guys, if you want to take a rain check on spring cleaning this year, I get it. And you can freshen up for this season with comfort instead. I'm talking sheets, towels, loungewear, all the great stuff from Brooklinen. Pillows, I've got them. I love them.
I love the story of this company. Brooklinen was founded by husband and wife, Rich and Vicky, with the goal to create beautiful luxury home essentials at prices that don't break the bank.
Yep. And by working directly with manufacturers, Brooklinen ensures premium, high-quality comfort every time at a fraction of the retail price.
And with their birthday sale happening this weekend, Brooklinen is offering site-wide savings on all things comfort for their biggest sale of the year.
And it is so comfortable. The
Get some
towels we love.
We
bought towels for our mom.
I love the sheets, too.
I love the sheets. I bought my mom the cashmere sheets, and she is so grateful because that's something she wouldn't get for herself. But she's so grateful.
Mother's Day is right around the corner. You get your mom some nice towels and some good sheets. Forget about it.
And you can do it with confidence because Brooklinen is so confident that you'll love everything. They even offer a 365-day warranty, and they've got 75,000 5-star reviews and counting. It's pretty hard to argue with that.
We got the three of us right here. I'd give them 6 stars if I could. Get everything you need for spring refresh during Brooklinen's biggest sale of the year. Shop Brooklinen's birthday sale starting this weekend.
And if you're listening to this podcast after the sale ends, don't worry. You can still go to brooklinen.com and use the promo code DUMB, that's DUMB, to get $20 off any purchase of $100 or more.
That's BROOKLINEN.com. Enter the promo code DUMB the smart way, DUMB, not DUM. DUMB to get $20 off any purchase of $100 or more.
Brooklinen, everything you need to live your most comfortable life. You guys, I love Uncommon Goods so much. Anytime you have to get a gift, I want you to check out Uncommon Goods because it is an online shop filled with unique, totally unexpected gifts. And when they say unexpected, I mean, they truly original things that you will not find anywhere else.
So I'm always looking for arts and crafts projects for my daughter because she's super into that. They got great stuff in DIY projects. They got indoor gardening kits.
Dude, they have tabletop cornhole.
Stop it!
Tabletop
cornhole.
You know how much we talk about the lawn games?
I know.
Tabletop
cornhole.
You can do it inside when
You
it's
can do that
raining.
in grandma's house.
Come
my
on.
God.
That's insane and so fun.
Shower steamers, everything,
all
whatever
there.
you want. If
Yep.
you're shopping for someone's birthday, Mother's Day, coming up, an anniversary or wedding, Uncommon Goods is the place to go for thoughtful, original gifts for everyone in your life.
And Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade in the United States. They don't sell products made with leather, feathers, or fur. This is a smart and conscious business.
And when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses.
You support this podcast. Why not support Uncommon Goods? It's a Brooklyn-based company that's all about giving back. With every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a non-profit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2 million to date.
So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/DPT.
That's uncommongoods.com/DPT for 15% off.
Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. They're all out of the ordinary.
Daniel, take us home, brother.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
It's a dumb little fun story. Sent
love
in
it.
by Quincy Lowry
Thank
at
you.
Lowry_Quincy.
Nice.
Thanks, buddy. He sent this to at
Weird
Daniel Van Kirk.
name, weird Twitter name, but fine.
Hashtag dump
Sure,
people
buddy.
time.
Go for it.
Sure, whatever.
I feel like I could give you guys the first 5 words of this, and we would just riff enough time on this. Florida-based personal trainer Ramiro Alanis.
We got it.
Yep.
That's it. Florida-based personal trainer.
You had me
Ramiro.
at Florida-based personal trainer.
I know. But
I
then
would
it's
say-
Ramiro. But then it's Ramiro.
Where should I base my personal training? Well, I'd go to Florida.
I mean, if
were
you're
you.
Ramiro,
Gotta be in Florida.
You go to Florida, you're kind of freebasing it at that point.
That's right. That's true.
I feel like your name being Ramiro Alanis is a hat on a hat if
That
you're a
is.
personal trainer in
Ramiro
Florida.
Alanis.
He just broke the Guinness World Record by watching Avengers Endgame in a movie theater more times than any other person. And in a world of pandemic, they had to be Florida.
He's a personal trainer.
Well, this is where the training comes in.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Specifically,
I miss going to a movie theater. I miss eating a
all
bucket
about
of
dedication.
popcorn before the
Dude.
movie starts.
I
Filled
can't
with
wait.
peanut
I know.
M&Ms.
I
can't
keep telling
wait.
people, I just want to, and this is a very geocentric joke, I just want to be walking up the huge staircase at the ArcLight while trying to hold a
Yes.
glass of wine.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
all. That's all I want.
Period, Dan.
That is
Yes.
as much of the movie to me.
Such an inside
That-
LA
but it
reference.
is-
No, but everybody has that theater
Yeah,
in your
yeah, yeah.
town that you
Yeah.
absolutely love. If it's
Yes.
someone like going, I want to go to the.
Are movie theaters going to make it? Are
Yeah.
they, can they,
Yes, they
can they
will.
do
I think
it?
it'll be
They will?
more
Okay.
specialty, but I believe they
I
will.
think they'll be back in.
So Ramiro
Couple months.
specifically broke the record for the most cinema productions attended for the same film. That's the official title. Each viewing was in a movie theater. It's unclear how many movie theaters he watched the film in, or if he had to buy private showings because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Man, he did this during COVID.
He watched Avengers Endgame how many times? How
And
many times?
My question is, why was he doing this? What was his end game?
What was
okay,
his-
you two. At Sklar Brothers for that joke.
By the way, I have to say, I haven't seen the movie. I have
No.
not seen it.
It's
I'm
so-
embarrassed.
okay,
if you
so
like them, they're
embarrassed.
very good.
My kids and I and my wife, we have watched in chronological order, not the order that they came out, but in the order of the universe. We watched.
Yeah.
We've watched all. We watched 21 out of 23 movies. So we still have to watch.
What?
I think we had to watch Infinity Wars, or maybe we don't have
no,
to
you
watch.
have to watch Endgame and
Spider-Man
Far From Home. Yes.
And then we're done. We've watched them all.
I have a tiny little. This is going to sound like a name drop right here, but
Please.
I was shooting a show I was shooting I Know This Much Is True, which is a HBO thing with Mark Ruffalo. And this is a couple years ago. And I was shooting a scene with him where we were in a car all day, just sitting there. And, when you're shooting a scene in a car, it's just, you're just sitting there all
bring a
day.
book. Bring a book.
Yeah. And he's such a nice guy. And it was the day that I think this movie came out. And he was just getting text updates on his phone from like his agent all day. Like, just
because it became the biggest movie in the world.
The biggest thing ever. He was so calm and like nonplussed about it. He was like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, this one's going to be big. I was like, dude, it's the biggest movie of all time.
It's like because he's gone and done, he did the Foxcatcher and he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He did
Spotlight.
I watched you
Spotlight. You can count on me.
You can count.
Fudge,
He's just he made all the movies of like he's done all of those.
He's done all the smart ones.
Right. So for him to then have this one, it's
Eternal
like,
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah. That was Jim Carrey.
Oh.
Okay.
Wasn't he one of the technicians?
He was the tech.
Why is everyone
messing with him?
All right. So he watched Endgame. How many times? Now, this movie is about 3 hours long. I think it's actually 3 hours, 11 minutes.
You got to break a record.
Like
and this is the moment
Can I ask, is it good? Is it a good movie?
Yes, it's very good.
It's good. It's really good.
If you like those movies, it is very,
very
good.
It's a hard one to watch over and over again. Like, there are certain types of movies that are like, when they come on, you're like, I'm watching that again. Like when Pulp Fiction comes on, I'm like, I'm watching it. Even though I know it's
you haven't seen it yet.
I have. I'm just going to say Thor Ragnarok.
That's what everyone says.
I could watch that.
That one's great.
Taika Waititi's so funny. He's in it. He's a voice in there, and it's.
But also, like the way
hilarious.
James Gunn opens up the Guardians movies, like with
I could watch those over and over. Yes.
ELO,
yes,
Mr. Sunshine.
It's all great. All right.
Okay.
So
how many
times?
Okay.
Hit us with it.
How many times?
World record?
Yes.
or the American
world record.
Even though he's Florida based, this is the world
in a
record.
movie theater. Most times saw
this.
one movie. He chose.
I'm going to say in a theater. I'm going to say 18 times.
18 times.
Jay, what do you think?
57 times.
57
What?
times.
I'm going to say 300 times.
He watched Endgame 191 times.
Oh my God!
And
I'm closest.
And part of the record is he did it in how many days? In how many days did he watch?
This is when you realize Guinness
a
is a
3-hour
beer.
movie 191 times.
So how many times?
How many days do you think?
How many viewings? 191.
191.
I mean, how many can you watch in a day? I would say he did it in. I would say he did it in 50 days.
50 days. Jason Oran?
40 days.
Jason says 40.
I think he did it in. I think he did it in 35 days.
He watched it in 94 days.
Oh, wow.
So that's for just about 2 a day.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah. A couple times he hit a 3
What
spot.
are you doing today, bud?
I think you know, bro.
You know what I'm doing.
Endgame player.
I'm doing lats and buys.
Ramiro.
And then
Ramiro, it's legs
I'm doing
day.
quads. I'm doing quads and
leg day.
glutes. Quads straight over to Endgame.
Straight on.
Ramiro celebrated the achievement with a tweet saying, "I'm officially amazing." I have a photo here. He is exactly what you would want a Florida-based trainer to look like.
He's in a tank top, I'm sure.
No, he's in some other deal.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, you like soccer?
And then there's a picture, and I believe I didn't put it in here, but you can see the picture in the picture. It's also on the website.
Yeah.
I think Mark Ruffalo is in that picture on the bottom right.
Why?
He's
Of course, he's flexing, Dan. Flexing when he's holding. If you want to see the pictures, join
Look at
our
all of
Facebook
his
page.
ticket stubs on the wall. He's supporting some sort of
God.
soccer club, right?
And I guess he's doing all of this at like a comedy club because it's a
The
brick
brick
wall.
wall.
You got the
Make some
You got
noise.
the brick wall.
Make some noise.
This is. I think this would make me so depressed.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Is
I
this the
agree.
movie? Is this the one where everyone cries because it's
Yes,
sad? And
yes. There's some big stuff that happens in here.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Don't say anything.
Atlantis told the Guinness World Record that the achievement took a huge toll on his social life and his family and his general well-being.
Yeah.
What did you think, dum dum?
Right, exactly.
I know.
Fucking think.
No idea for what the end game
The most
was.
difficult part about this attempt was giving up my social life with my family. don't. The gym, yeah, because you're a trainer.
Family. He's got kids.
Yeah,
Not anymore. He
got
says
custody.
I love shared,
Once in a while.
shared, supervised.
Shared.
He says
Supervised.
I lost 16 pounds of muscle and managing my work hours and screening times at the theaters. A lot went wrong for him.
dude. Yeah.
Brain's a muscle.
He said the support I got from family, friends, managers, and staff from the theaters that I visited, and the support from fans helped me see through to the end of this road.
We're your family now.
I love it that he's talking like it's a hostage situation,
or that
like,
he did something great. You didn't.
You didn't do
He
anything.
went out right after this and he robbed a Little Caesars.
Yeah, he could not wait in line anymore.
Nope.
There's no more waiting.
He's got no time.
So what does he suggest to do if you're trying to break a world record? Well, plan accordingly to your record attempt and prepare yourself as much as you can physically and mentally. All things are possible. He did not climb like
All
El
things are
Capitan.
possible.
Don't
Who
try
are you,
to
Kevin Garnett?
inspire me.
Hey, you know what?
you're
Yeah,
not-
you know what's not possible? Me being impressed by this. That's what's not
at all.
possible.
He said,
Totally annoying too, because this guy, you meet this guy and
It's
he
the first thing he
opens
brings
the
up.
conversation
First thing he
with
says.
this.
Guinness World Record
Guinness
holder.
World Record
Shut
holder.
up.
I think the person who wrote this started speaking from the first person. All of a sudden they go, I tried something similar years ago, watching the entire 22 film, now 23, Marvel Cinematic Universe in one sitting at a movie theater marathon. That took 61 hours. This guy spent 573 hours watching Endgame. That's essentially 9 Marvel movie marathons of the same movie in 94 days.
I don't like him, and I think he sucks. And that's a great way to end the show.
I think he sucks. I think he sucks. And he's going to hear this. He's going to hear this. And he's
very
gonna
dumb.
Come at us, bro. Come at us with
It's
your
very
come at
dumb.
us.
I'm happy
Come
for
at
people
us.
to have their dreams.
Come at
but it
Huebel
is-
on
He's a
his Twitch
trainer.
show.
He's a trainer. Don't come at
Don't
him.
come at
Come
him.
at
He's
Huebel.
lost
Huebel-
16 pounds of muscle,
Huebel
though. I
is
think we can
saying,
take him. We can take him.
if I'm hearing you correctly, Huebel is saying, "Come at me on my Twitch show." with
Come
Rob
at
Huebel.
Huebel on his
Come
Twitch
at
show.
me.
Those are our
Based in
stories,
Florida.
boys.
I love
Florida
it. That's
based.
the show. There you go, Rob Huebel.
Those are-
Follow him. There you go.
That was way more fun than I was entitled to have.
that was
I
great.
buddy.
fully enjoyed that.
Dude, you're the
So
best.
do we. I love seeing you out in the world. Hopefully, can't wait to hang with you again sometime
I
soon.
can't wait.
Yep.
I can't wait till we can all
The world will open up and we
perform
will-
for people.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We'll have you on a live one when we do. If we get back to Largo at some point soon, we'll have you on one of those shows.
That'd be a blast.
Would be
Yeah.
fun. All right, that's
I would
it,
love
guys.
it.
That's our show. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.